Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. It's been a pretty quiet day aside from the Suicide Squad trailer and a few more things for Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I wanted to close off the week with anything that has come out and answer your members' comments and questions as well. But before I get to that, I have to thank my newest members of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Thank you so much to the DACA M for joining as a new member of the Ping Pong Flix Show. I truly appreciate it, and I appreciate all the subscribers and members as well. All right, let's get into our first topic. The first topic of today, this Friday, is Static Shock. There is a Static Shock movie, as you know, with Michael B. Jordan being involved in it. So they now have a writer. So essentially, this is more of an update as they're moving right along. Randy McKinnon tapped to write live-action Static Shock movie. Randy McKinnon actually wrote a Disney Plus series called Safety. I don't know of it. I haven't watched that. But they are moving right along on this Static Shock movie that's being produced by Michael B. Jordan. And I'm going to guess that, a lot of times when Michael B. Jordan produces it, he's probably going to star in it. There are times where he doesn't, but the ones I've seen Michael B. Jordan in it, he pretty much produced it as well. So I'm thinking that he's definitely going to be starring in it, but it's great to see that the Static Shock movie is moving along progressing, in fact, so that's great. The next thing is about, the Suicide Squad, right? We had the first trailer today, as everybody probably saw my reaction to it. Here are all the character posters for it, very flashy and bright, and using that same, light blue, white, or yellow and red concept for that, those colors there. And you already seen my reaction. I wasn't too impressed. I was like, yeah, it was okay. And I've said, the behind the scenes looked way better. I mean, I feel like just the emphasis on the action behind the scenes, how it's the practicality of it, got me more excited than the trailer. I mean, sorry, I didn't laugh at the dick jokes and other things. It was just kind of like, oh, okay. But then when you saw King Shark eat somebody, rip somebody in half, I'm like, whoa, okay, that's cool. So King Shark was definitely, the stuff he does is the highlight, although he's, in terms of design, I actually do like the Flash, the CW's The Flash version of King Shark. That guy looks monstrous and huge, and he looks awesome. This guy's not so much, but, I think that just adds to the James Gunn trying to put that type of character in there, the comedic chops in there, as well as the, make him somewhat scary, I guess. But he's not scary at all. He's kind of a cute little guy, big guy. And then the biggest thing that I was, really eye-opening was Starro. Giant kaiju Starro. I'm like, whoa, all right, kaiju stuff, sign me up. I love kaiju stuff. I want to see what this has to do. But, the character posters over here, unless they released more, they're missing quite a few members on here. So I'm wondering if these are the ones that survive, and then those are the other ones that die. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about that. But, I wasn't too impressed with the trailer. It was kind of okay. But the last action scenes, the one where it got into the practical action, I kind of dug that. But it was alright. It was alright. Not that impressive. It didn't have a lasting impression on me, if you will. And I think you could tell by my reaction earlier today. But the Suicide Squad's coming out in August, so we'll see how this movie is when you watch it as a whole. It could be an incredible thing, right? Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, we're getting to Zack Snyder's Justice League. And actually, I was supposed to go into this before Zack Snyder's Justice League, but it does lead into it, because when someone asks, is there a James Gunn's cut of this? Is there a director's cut? And he says, this is the Gunn cut, and he put in capital, so he definitely knows the whole thing about the Snyder Cut. It's out in the open. Definitely knows all about that, and he's all about that. And so he's trying to say that this Suicide Squad is his guns cut. There is no studio intervention here, at least, or there probably was always Warner Brothers notes and studio notes as absolutely. Now that we know Zack's telling them that he needs to add more jokes, I don't know. Maybe they're like, okay, that's enough jokes, James, or yeah, maybe a little bit more, James, or something like that. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But right now, this is definitely the definitive cut that he wants to put out for the Suicide Squad, which leads into Zack Snyder's Justice League. People were talking about cuts here. Zack Snyder restored the Snyderverse, trended beautifully, it trended wildly, and to a roaring, as of right now though, 1.5 million tweets. 1.5 million tweets. Without the help of Zack Snyder, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, remember that, Jason Momoa. I think Ray Fisher and Ray Porter had put Restore the Snyderverse, but for the most part, like Henry Cavill didn't say anything. None of those people. There was no support on that side. Zack didn't even put it on Twitter. It just was a organically done event. There were the fans, but it was everybody. It was the mainstream coming on board with this whole Restore Snyder Cut as well. As I showed you yesterday, Brad Paisley, come on now. It's like it's crazy to actually see this out in the open, having it at 1.5. Now, when Zack Snyder saw it, he said Restore Snyderverse 1.42 million tweets. He said, "Wow." Everyone just wow. He's floored by this, and I'm floored by this as well. It's amazing, and I think from what I've heard is that Avengers Endgame was the world breaking tweets right now on Twitter. They at 1.4 million tweets. So Restore the Snyderverse just beat Avengers Endgame by over 0.10 million tweets, which is like what, 100,000 tweets. That's amazing. That's crazy. How can a studio ignore this now? How can Warner Media ignore this now? It just seems to me like they're really truly leaving the money on the table, if there truly are, or is there some kind of turmoil happening over there on on that side of the fence? What is exactly going on over there at Warner Media and Warner Brothers? What are they thinking? How are they approaching this? Now, I posted this out, and Sean O'Connell from Real Blend, Cinema Blend, he retweeted out and says, this, if he knows Zack Snyder, Zack will probably bring this to a board meeting, and I think so. I mean, this is kind of the idea where Debbie and Zack had brought the conversation of release the Snyder Cut over to Warner Media and them to show that, hey, look at how much people wanted this done. Look at what happened here. And that was only 850,000 tweets with the help of Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot and other directors and stuff like that. But this is an organic. This is coming straight from the audience now. Not only the fans. This is coming straight from the audience, the mainstream audience, the world. This is something I believe, I don't think can be avoided at this point. And if they are still avoiding that I'm really surprised that they are. And this is just something that should be looked at. I think any company would be happy to take this and try to capitalize on it, as I've always been saying. And it would be kind of weird if they don't do that here. But Zack Snyder saw it. He recognizes it. He just says, wow. Everyone just wow. So, which is awesome. Zack Snyder, the Snyder Cut, had decided to post out a cool little TV spot, little teaser here involving Snyder Cut and the many critics' words to promote the movie, which is kind of cool. I think I like that. They call it a masterpiece, spellbinding from Variety, passionate from Vulture, moving from Vulture, epic from Mashable, spectacular from Slate, superhero extravaganza from the Daily Beast. And so on and so forth. The ultimate DC superhero movie from Forbes. Other ones are, I think I saw an epic piece of heart from San Francisco Chronicle. Let's see what else is there. Where there was more. I think I meant Masterpiece. There you go. Whoa. So they got through a lot. Masterpiece from, I think that was Jake Hamilton, from Good Day Chicago, Brilliant from Forbes, Exceptional, Stunning, Awe-inspiring. So it's a lot of different things. This kind of stuff you would see from a huge blockbuster movie on TV, and for when critics are calling it out, and it makes other people want to watch it, right? So it's advertising at that. So I'm glad they did that. They even called it a masterpiece there. That is something like I was wondering, I know Variety said that the Ann Sarnoff article came out on Sunday, right? They did the interview on Sunday. Did they not know the reviews at that point? Did they not see the reviews? Were they expecting it was going to be a BVS situation where yeah, don't worry, we're not going to do that anymore because no one's going to like it. Did they not? That's a weird thing to say when out there people are liking it. So I'm just gathering that maybe that interview happened earlier and then now they're biting the lip now, they're biting their tongues now, they're their foot in their mouth, they're oops, oh, I thought people were gonna like it, oh shit, people love it, oh, what are we gonna do now? They're wondering what to do now. And so I'm curious of this whole situation. We don't have official numbers from HBO Max. We don't have official numbers from HBO Max. We do have official numbers from Crave, though. Crave in Canada. Yeah. Zack Snyder's Justice League crushes Canada, becoming the most popular title in Crave history. Wow. Snyder's 4-hour epic beats Crave streaming record set by Game of Thrones. A new black and white version, Zack Snyder's Justice League Justice is Gray, drops on Crave today. Other big-ticket movie premieres coming soon to Crave, including Wonder Woman 1884, Tenet, and Barb, and go to the Vista Del Mar. Toronto. Crave announced today that last week's exclusive premiere, Zack Snyder's Justice League, is the most streamed title in the platform's history, beating out the previous Crave record holder set by the final season of Game of Thrones in 2019. The HBO Max original film also had more than 1.1 million viewers tune in on Crave's linear channels, including Super, I don't know how you say that, Ekron or something. Additionally, Zack Snyder's Justice League Justice is Gray's black and white version of the film is streamed today on Crave. The film, which Canadian critics called vastly superior to the original, a wild, invigorating experiment to experience, and a completely different and vastly superior movie, is available as part of Crave's popular DC Multiverse binge collection, which also includes Joker, Birds of Prey, Superman, Batman, and more. Okay, so like that. So it's a little bit more here, where Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3 was the previous record holder. And that was huge, right? Season 8. All of Game of Thrones Season 8 was huge. That was the last fucking season, and people were into it. Maybe they may have disappointed at the last episode, but during the middle of that, during Season 8, people were like, oh, yes, 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 yes. We were freaking excited and, really enthusiastic about it. In fact, to be quite honest, I didn't even know of Game of Thrones. I didn't even care to watch Game of Thrones until people were talking about Season 8. And I actually started, yeah, you can go ahead and flame me, whatever, tease me, whatever. I watched Season 8 before I watched the other seasons. I've caught up, but I've watched Season 8 before because people were talking about it. It was so, and I was totally confused. I had to read on Wikipedia and stuff like that. So, I didn't have that emotional thing attached to it through all 7 years, or 8 years rather. But like I said, it brought me to watch Season 8 because I was like, everybody's watching this Game of Thrones thing. I feel like I want to know what the hell they're talking about. So instead of going from Season 1, I'm just going to watch Season 8 too. And, maybe I'll figure something out. And it was enjoyable. I liked it, I liked it. So definitely, if it got me someone like me, and I'm not everybody, but someone like me who didn't even care for it, I'm like, oh, everybody's talking about it. I want to watch what it is. And you compare that to Zack Snyder's Justice League breaking that record. That means there are people out there who are like, what is that? I feel like I need to be in on that. Like, I think I need to watch that as well. I think everybody is watching it. I better watch it as well because I want to be in the know. I want to be in the I want to be part of the crowd. I want to be part of it. And so I think that it is what's happening. Why we getting the restored Snyderverse is because people are watching it like crazy, like droves, breaking records for Crave. But only Crave. Like, where is the HBO Max numbers? You think they'd have it by now? You think they have? I'm sure they have it by now. But I'm wondering, it's concerning. It's like, because maybe they're like, well, let's not show that yet. Are we sure it's not Russian bots? I mean, I don't know. It's like, it's so weird that they'll be hiding that. And I know it's going to be successful because of all these other services are telling people how successful their service is due to Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it's breaking records on other services. On the main service, it's gotta be over unanimously a successful experiment, And I'm even wondering about the Justice is Gray. Justice is Gray is not in the extras of Zack Snyder's Justice League. So that, I thought, okay, well, if it's in the extras, maybe they'll add to the number of the Zack Snyder's Justice League count. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. But it was a different movie. I had to search. I had to go Justice is Gray in order to get that version, right? So I'm like, well, why did that come out with nobody talking about it? There's no promotion until 4 minutes after it actually dropped, And I'm like, I'm banging my head. I have no idea. But I'm wondering. But I was taking in the comment from yesterday. I forgot which member. But they were saying maybe they're minusing off how much that watched Justice is Gray to how much that watched Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I was talking about, why would they do that though? Oh, maybe they're doing that because, Zack Snyder put it out that, Grace did it first, but not many people know Grace as much. But a lot of people follow Zack. And so, I'm sure, a lot of people know Grace, but not as much as Zack. If Zack puts out Justice is Great, everybody's going to be, Zack Snyder fans are going to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to go and watch it, right? What if they're doing that? What if they're trying to just minus out the Snyder fans, the people who would just go right in and watch it because Zack Snyder said so, to the mainstream people that watch Zack Snyder's Justice League? So maybe they're gauging that. They're like, okay, it was crazy. Okay, we agree. The first viewing of Zack Snyder's Justice League was phenomenal. All right, it was phenomenal. But wait a minute. What if those are just Snyder fans? If that's a fucking problem, you would be pretty freaking happy if anything Zack Snyder says and they watch it and you're the guys that produce it, right? I mean, I'm sure Netflix by now, Netflix is like, holy shit, we did good. We rolled the dice. We got a director that has a huge ass fucking fan base that will probably watch anything that he makes at this point. Damn, good thing we signed him up, huh? Good thing we signed him up. Good thing HBO Max is too stupid not to sign him up because we're capitalizing on the Zack Snyder fans right now. And Netflix is like, yes, yeah, we're rolling in dough. We're going to be rolling in dough. So anyway, I'm just wondering if that's the case. Whoever, I'm sure, I'll go back to the members. I think it was the last comment to see who said that it was minusing out. And I'm like, okay, well, that kind of makes sense in order to just have a test and experiment to see what that does, and also a test to see maybe this weekend. What about this weekend? How is this weekend going to work out? And I know people are going to be watching it this weekend. I'm definitely going to be watching it this weekend as well. I've been watching it every day. Come on, but it's just to see what the mainstream audience numbers compared to Snyder fan audience numbers, which I don't think it will be bad at all because you want people to be loyal. There's always customers that come and go, because they like the price or they want it there for the price or the things and stuff like that. But the loyal ones that you want to keep, because loyalty means that you'll come back for more automatically. automatically you're just loyal, whatever the product. You're like, I just like that brand. And we like Zack Snyder's, the brand. Zack Snyder is a brand. And we like that brand. And so we're very loyal to that. So in that sense, I don't even think they need to just weed us out. It's kind of something that's stupid, right? You got a loyal fan base that will watch whatever that director makes, and that should equal to pretty much dollar signs at this point, right? So, but other than that, I have no idea where the HBO Max numbers. It's completely frustrating. And I was hoping it was going to come out by this week, but I'm just, at this point, maybe they're going to look at another weekend. I don't know. But it's got to come at a certain point. I'm sure there's going to be an investors meeting or something like that pretty soon. And maybe we'll find out more from them. But at least on Crave in Canada, they've said it's the most popular title in Crave history. We're still breaking records, still making history. What can I say? What universe, aside from this one, that would they say, let's stop there, right? A company would say, let's stop there. Weird. But a little bit more. I got this from Jason LeBoy the first time I saw it. Apparently, a 24-minute documentary has been added to HBO Max for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So go ahead and watch this little documentary, 24 minutes. It's pretty good, really good. I enjoyed it watching it today about Zack Snyder's Justice League. It has a little bit of Man of Steel and BVS as well, but the journey through that as well. So check that out. That's kind of cool. All right. A few more things. I've got an actual, quote from Zack Snyder in regards to people talking about being confused. I'll just read you the question here. Zack, I have a doubt, confusion. Why Darkseid forget that Earth was the planet that defeated him? He came to conquer the planet along with the mother boxes. He found the anti-life equation, but he forget everything. How come he didn't remember that? And so this is Zack Snyder's explanation. He almost died when he returned to Apocalypse because he was in a fight for power, and much time passed before he was in a position of power again, and by then, all who had been with him had been slayed. So there you go. There is the official reason behind why Darkseid didn't remember where Earth was. So there you have it for anybody who has questions. And this I just want to highlight in fan art because it just goes to show you the potential of when you restore the Snyderverse. And this is coming from the artist is Dustin Lee Messi. So check that person out on Instagram. He did a kind of similar to the Unite the Seven. You can't save the world alone poster, but he put in the nightmare future. You can't end the nightmare alone, which is cool. So you got Batman, Cyborg, Deathstroke, Flash with the helmet on, and Mara right there. So he does it in black and white version as well. I really dig this. This is really cool. They even have the Joker card right on the rifle there. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. So yeah, this is awesome. This goes to show like it really the possibilities of restoring the Snyderverse, which is essentially like 2 more movies, is big and exciting. And I can't wait to see the official stuff once hopefully it starts happening soon. But still wondering about the numbers, and I think they're holding it close to his chest. Maybe they don't want a victory lap for us right now, yet other services are reporting that it's breaking records. It's absolutely breaking records. All right, well, let's get into the members' comments and questions now. Okay, so I think it was OK Keith. Was it OK Keith? Someone... Maybe it was OK Keith. Let's see. OK Keith, have we gotten the numbers for Zack Snyder's Justice League yet? I found it strange how Justice is Gray came out all of a sudden. It seems like Zack Snyder and Warner Bros. Are playing a game of chess with staying in the headlines. No way, I read this yesterday. This is the exact one. This is the exact. Take the JL numbers, subtract them from Justice is Gray numbers, and you have a decent picture of the everyday audience. Very good. There you go. There you have it. That's the comment I was talking about. Thank you, OK Keith. That does make some sense, some sense. Restore the Snyderverse, Marvin 95. The Count 209. They also messed up editing on Snyder Cut when Arthur and Diana pull Steppenwolf down the broken bridge to help Cyborg with the lasso of truth. As Steppenwolf is falling, he drops his weapon and it falls away. But when Steppenwolf lands on the ground, the weapon is in his hand. Just a random thing I seen. Oh. You guys are looking very closely. Hey Chris, I'm so tired of critics, man. Movies are not making for critics. It is for people to enjoy and make their own critics about it, if they like it or not. I'm so tired of this people. Who gives a shit what they think? Like The Rock say, it doesn't matter what they think. I saw the gray version. I will say I honestly like it. I like both of them. This is my first time watching a movie in gray. It is awesome. Oh, really? I've watched the black and white version 7 times now since it came out. I watched the gray version yesterday when it came out. Awesome. That's all I have to say. Awesome. It would be so stupid if Warner Bros. Won't let him continue his vision. If they would have stick with what Zack Snyder planned, it would have been epic, man. But either way, I'm happy that Zack Snyder shared his vision. Yeah, me too. If you want to see more awesome gray stuff like Akira Kurosawa, The Seven Samurai, it's out on HBO Max right now. I love that movie, but and it's long too. It's not as long as Zack Snyder's Justice League, I think. Warner Brothers execs are looking more foolish as time goes by. AT&T must be talking to them just now, pushing this forward. It can't be ignored. I do want to see the Suicide Squad trailer, but it's going to be interesting when Warner Brothers notices 99% of the comments will be restore the Snyderverse. I haven't seen what the comments were like today. I'm also curious what the comments are for the Suicide Squad today. What that would be. I have to look at that. If they were doing release the air cut or restore the Snyderverse, I don't know. They're dying to kill the Snyder Cut hype, but still everyone wants the Snyderverse. Exactly. Everyone other than the Snyder fans as well. So that's great, right? That goes to show how long lasting and how much of an imprint this movie has on people. You can see the grain on the color version. Thing is, with the compression on streaming services, film grain is lessened. Can't wait for the UHD Blu-ray to see this in a far superior quality. Oh, okay, cool. HBO Max Kyler needs to just get it worked out to make Justice League 2 and 3 into a Max limited series on HBO Max to drop in maybe 2023 and 2024, and drop the air cut in 2022, and to add to the other shows they were developing, leaving money on the table, restore the Snyderverse. Yeah, I know, seriously. Leaving money on the table. I don't know what company does that, and this is a weird one. So are we thinking that the making of doc for Zack Snyder's Justice League not being available yet, BVS IMAX version not being available yet, Justice Gray Edition dropping without any fanfare, all of this is Warner Brothers dicking around? Anything is possible now. You never know. I mean, like, come on, that whole Tom and Jerry shit, like, what happens? It's just so many coincidences at this point, you never fucking know anymore, right? But the doc is on there now, so that's cool. I don't like Justice League. It shares a lot more DNA with Justice League than it does BVS MOS than I ever would have thought. It retains a lot of nonsense, like flying Lois 1,400 miles from Metropolis, New Jersey to Smallville, Kansas. However, if this thing would load, I still support the Restore the Snyderverse, starting with release the air cut. Well, if you think about it, Justice League had the DNA of Justice League, and it was altered to be Justice League. So essentially, the backbone was almost the same. GVK is exactly the kind of movie I expect critics to shit on and audiences to love. It's you're right. That's probably how it was. You know, even for the first Godzilla movie, well, unless the first one, then the second one. The second one was like, oh, this is Godzilla King of the Monsters. It was everything Godzilla fans loved, and the critics were like, nah, we don't like it. Sil Abdul was talking with Edward from Small Screen yesterday, and the story is there's a gag order preventing Kylar and even Snyder from talking about all this stuff. There's apparently a divide in the company between the Hamadaverse supporters and the Snyderverse supporters. It's war. We have to keep fighting. Well, that's interesting. That's very specific on that, and I'm really curious about that gag order. How would they have a gag order, though? Especially Kylar when he's like above Ann Sarnoff and crew. But I do know, we all know there's a divide there. There are supporters for Snyder and non-supporters for Snyder, definitely. There's got to be. I still can't believe that Warner Brothers aren't willing to do Justice League 2 and 3. In my opinion, this could be a very long saga, jump 10 years down the line, and we can have another Crisis on Infinite Earths on a cinematic scale. That, for me, should be the goal. Warner Brothers should be pulling out the big guns and make this happen. And as I try to load that there, this thing has been very slow. Let's enjoy different multiverse takes on characters and eventually bring them all together. Keep up the good work, Chris. Restore the Snyderverse. Well, thank you very much, Thomas O'Donnell. I agree. I mean, like, the excitement is there. You know, people want to see more. I'm a Snyder fan through and through. God knows I am the amount I've spent on Zack Snyder's Justice League merch and using the hashtag. But I'll say this. People are acting like any other DC film beside anything to do with the direct Snyder canon isn't good enough, even though Zack is EP on a lot of DC films. The Suicide Squad trailer, for example, I've seen people flood posts about that with Air cut, Restore the Snyderverse, even though Air himself is fully supportive of Gunn, and we all know Zack wouldn't want to take away from another director's vision. We're all fans of DC. Let's all celebrate DC. Yes, Warner Bros. Have fucked up beyond repair in my eyes, and we must keep reminding them of that. They want a big expanding universe that they have that already in Zack's vision and Zack Snyder's Justice League plus multiverse. I don't think people should bring other movies down just because it isn't part of his universe. A small minority, mind you, but still. Sorry for the rant. I've had a similar argument with people on IG. Oh, yeah. I don't know what people are talking online about the Suicide Squad. I can only give you my take. I was not that impressed with it. I love the action scenes and stuff, but like I said, I liked the behind the scenes trailer better. That got me excited for some reason. But then King Shark eating people, that's cool. Ripping people apart, that's awesome. Starro Kaiju, yes. But other than that, I wasn't too into it. But I wasn't online too much today, almost if at all. I retweeted a few things, but yeah, I haven't been online today because it's my wife's birthday and I wanted to celebrate that day with her. Well, guess this is the comedy trailer. Loving, Harley, Bloodsport, and Peacemaker. Regardless, I'm tweeting them both at once today. That way we don't have something there. Oh, the trend, the Suicide Squad and Restore the Snyderverse. You know, I noticed like the Restore the Snyderverse had a different spelling, and that was trending too. This Restore the Snyderverse, and I even made one mistake on one of my tweets. I'm like, off. God damn it, Twitter. Hey, Chris, was the We Live in a Society stuff the only difference in content from the normal Zack Snyder's Justice League you noticed? There was no We Live in a Society. Yeah, they don't even have that line in Justice is Great. At all. It's the same movie, just that the title says Justice is Gray Edition, and it literally is in gray. Like, it's in gray. So they were going to save Harley from Joker. Wish they showed Mr. J briefly. Well, a little longer than the guy up in the window. Is that what they were doing in the beginning of the movie? They're saving Harley from Joker? I didn't know that. I thought they were just saving her from something, but I gotta go take a look at it again. I didn't like it. I love the original one, though. To me, it looked like a collage of cool images with not much storytelling. Oh, okay, so... as far as the members go, it's been kind of, they not many people have liked it so far. I've been streaming this baby 3 times a day. By the way, 1.5 million tweets as of 7 hours ago. Yeah, I agree. That was updated as well. Apparently, we beat Endgame's record-breaking number, and that's pretty awesome. I'm going to wait for that read more. I don't know why it's loading so slow. But Will Diesel, Restore the Snyderverse. I agree. Mike G, whack. Marvel's The Suicide Squad. 2 poop jokes in a trailer. Yeah, I was kind of like, I get that was one of my things too. I was like, really? But whatever. I mean, bathroom jokes, like was it Weasel? Someone with the Crocs had like toilet paper stuck to it, and then a few scenes later, someone had poop on their feet, and it's like it was almost like, oh, okay, all right. I don't know, but yeah, I didn't quite like it that much. Just the action scenes, King Shark and Starro. I keep saying that over and over. I'll have to see more. I must admit that I didn't like or wasn't entertained by either of the Galaxy movies. I liked the first Galaxy movie more than the second. And you're right. That's like it's that kind of energy is something that I don't necessarily would probably watch a lot of. Kaiju reveal, camera pan to Idris Elba. I know, right? That was like, we need Gypsy Danger. Oh no, Striker, right? He played. He was a pilot for Striker later on, but or his own kaiju. That's kind of funny. Yeah, get some Pacific Rim in there. We need Pacific Rim. We need not Pacific. We need the Jaegers to take down Starro. I enjoyed it. Now here's hoping June Moon will make a cameo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she would. I don't think they've said anything about that, but you never know. Maybe there will be some kind of semblance to connection. I wonder if there's going to be any connection to anything before. I know, like someone said, I read one comment where they said, well, it says Vigilante on Harley Quinn's record. And they're like, oh, okay, that's because she killed Black Mask and stuff like that, but it didn't say that in there. It just said vigilanteism, and I'm like, well, that could be anything. Like, she could have just saved someone from eating a hot dog. I know I just referenced a hot dog, but and that would have been vigilante. But it's I'm wondering to see if there are any like major connections to the previous one, other than the actors and actresses playing the same characters as the previous one. You know what I mean? Like story-wise, are we going to have any narration? Is Rick Flag going to talk about June Moon? Or is, Harley going to talk about Black Mask, about the Birds of Prey? I don't know when this takes place. Is this before Birds of Prey or after Birds of Prey? I don't know. But like, there's many questions, absolutely, in terms of continuity, and if they'll even do that at all. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see, and in August when this movie drops. All right. Well, that is up today. Let's enjoy our weekend. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you like my daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on. Go and watch Zack Snyder's Justice League this entire weekend if you can, over and over. If you can, tell everybody to do so. Let's make it big. This is our last weekend to make it big before Godzilla vs. Kong drops on Wednesday. All right, I'll see you around.